Now we are in the south of Italy, very close to Pompeii. In this area we are going to have a look at our Annurca apple for Annurca sol. We are here with Castrese. Castrese have lived his whole life here in Campania region, and in generations the Castrese family have been growing the Annurca apples.
L'Annurca è uno dei tipici prodotti frutticoli della Campania. I frutti vengono raccolti sulla fine di ottobre.
There is a saying which says that an old apple tree do not give old apples. That can be very much applied to our Annurca apples.
Okay, Annurca apples is one of the oldest, probably the oldest apple in the world. The specialty of this apple comes from the ancient Romans. In this process, in the special process over this field of straw, exposed to the rain and the pathogens and the sun, it develops a higher level of defense molecules that create a really typical but unique apple. With the content of procyanidins, which is higher than all kind of apples.
The Annurca apple is very special. It has a very high content of procyanidin B2, and procyanidin B2 is a polyphenol that is very good for the hair. It has more than, from a natural side, more than double the amount of procyanidin B2 than all the other apples that we know of.
Very interesting for New Nordic, because we are actually focusing on anti-aging property, especially on hair growth and our skin rejuvenating properties. And this Annurca apple property is particularly indicated for such a formula.
In Campania we have many volcanoes, so the soil is very rich in mineral. We are in a land, a strip of land between the sea and the mountains behind, so it creates a special microclimate.
So here I'm just checking the ground. It's a ground very full of volcanic soil. It cannot grow in the same way in other soil, so this is why Annurca comes from this area. So the Annurca is protected by the geography of where it grows. So you can only have Annurca apple from this place and not other places in the world. What is very special about the Annurca apple is that it's actually selected and picked before it becomes ripe. So it's not ripening on the trees like other apples, it's ripening on the ground.
Le mele annurche si maturano a terra perché se no non coloriscono. Le proprietà che acquistano nell'arrossimento, noi facciamo questo procedimento, vengono dalla campagna, le mettiamo a terra, poi le sistemiamo in questo modo, dopodiché dopo una decina di giorni, dipende un po' dall'andamento climatico, le rigiriamo, dopo 3 o 4 giorni le togliamo, le pigliamo e le mettiamo nelle casse, nei bins.
As far as I know, this is the only apple in the world where you treat it this way, where it ripens on the ground.
Yes, it is. It's a PGI, Melannurca campana PGI, and it is only produced in the Campania region in Italy.
The Annurca apple is grown by Alessio and his family. Alessio is the 3rd generation of Annurca apple growers in this area. There are more growers in this area, but this is a very big Annurca apple farm. And we have made a long-term agreement for exclusivity on this apple.
La mela Annurca la rende unica proprio da questo fatto che viene matura a terra, non sull'albero. Proprio per questo, questa è la caratteristica prioritaria che ha la mela Annurca, che matura a terra, arrossisce a terra.
In this phase of their process, they are stressed by the atmosphere, by the ground, the pathogens. They have to face like a challenge, and in this challenge they change and they express the best part of them, so they can become something more particular, they express themselves at their best.
New Nordic is really taking care about sourcing, like here in Italy for the Annurca apples. And so for us it's very important to work with producers which are really respectful of their environment.
Castrese is helping us to find more growers of the Annurca apple. The demand for the Annurca apple is increasing a lot. We need to produce more extracts, so we need more first quality apples. And I think also what we forgot to talk about is that this, because this variety is probably the oldest one in the world, over many, many years it has actually developed to become so rich in polyphenol, and this is also something that is special for this apple.
Yes, so this is not the same apple that it was 2,000 years ago. It has developed, it has become the better part of itself, and it's not big, and it's not the typical white snow red apple, but a small apple can contain a very higher level of procyanidins. Yes, more concentrated, even because the water, it has a lower content of water because it has faced all this process on the tree.
We are looking to enhance the power of the Annurca extract by biofermentation with a specific process, a dual fermentation with specific new Nordic microorganisms, and we reach incredible result, especially talking about florizine or procyanidin B2 content. I would say that our Annurca soil extract is really unique on the market, since we are working with a fully ripe apple, with a specific ripening process on the ground, giving all these properties to the apple. And this apple is really well known throughout the world for hair care, skin care, but we are still discovering a lot of new efficient activity and we are still doing research.